Understanding what I am saying? What is the purpose of variables? Why to store? To compare. Why to compare? To take decision. Actually, you have used all three also. For variables you have used, operator you have used, greater than or equal to we have used. That is operator action. That anyway we will be covering in detail. Now why I am covering these variables are, the purpose of variables are to store, so we can compare and take decisions. But that there are advantages of also, there are so many advantages are also there, which increases reusability. Which increases reusability. Reusability means what? Now let me show you. This is what we have created in our last session. I'll say NPM. Any, now you take army. What is the purpose of army? Protect. No, to protect the citizens of the country, not only borders. To protect the country. See, you might have heard about it. 26/11 attacks recently, 10 years back or 12 years back. Some criminals came, terrorists came and attacked on Bombay. That is not Taj Hotel. That is not borders now. Then why army came into picture? Border means they should stay at the border only. The purpose of army is to protect people of the country. It can be from enemy. It can be from natural calamities also. For example, if there is a big flood or earthquake came, first thing people is come is army people only. Understand? Not only the border. Recently there was a fight between Russia and Ukraine, and Indian flights have been traveled there, and those people came. Or recently in Afghanistan also, Indian flights traveled there, and whoever is Indians bring back. The purpose of army is to protect its citizens. Exactly the same thing. The purpose of any programming language is to take decisions. You name it, whether it is Java or .NET or PHP or CGI, Perl, Python, JavaScript, ActionScript, Swift. So many programming languages are. Any programming language, what is the purpose? To take decisions, to make decisions. Why to make decisions through programming? Much faster, cheaper, accurate, and works 24/7. Got my point? And to take, as I said, to take decisions needs to be compared. To compare needs to be stored. But to store, there is a concept called variables. Now, variables concept we are trying to learn it in JavaScript, but not only in JavaScript. Any programming language, it is there. Indian army men maintains gun with them. What about Russian army? What about Israel army? What about US army? Guns may have different models, but they maintain. Here also the same thing. Any programming language you go, there is a concept called variables. Any programming language you go, there is a concept called variables. Now we are trying to learn that variables concept. Right? Now, why we are learning variables here? Because variables, the advantages of variables are it helps in taking decisions, but it increases reusability and it increases flexibility also. That means what? I have opened this and here it is saying pass, 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 and fail. It is saying fail. It is saying yes or no. Now government has decided that pass marks are not 35. Pass marks are 50, for example. Now, how many places I have to change? Now, see here, for English, I am comparing with 35. Now, pass marks are 50. I have to change it here or no? I have to change it here. One place for English, I have to change. Then for Telugu, here also I have to change. For Hindi, I have to change. For maths, I have to change. For science, I have to change. For social, I have to change. So total 6 times I have to change. If it is 65 subjects, 65 times I have to change. Yes, sir. So now what I am going to do, instead of writing 35 here, I will be creating a variable. Now, what I will do here, immediately after this 10th mark, what I will do, I will create a variable. How to create a variable? A variable can be created in two ways. Let, I am creating a variable. I am going to give a name called pass marks is equal to 35. This is a variable. What is the name of the variable? Pass marks. What is the value of the variable? 35. What is this let? Let means a changeable variable. That means at later point of time, if you want it to change it, changeable. If you say const, you can create a variable using const also. Const means unchangeable variable. If you create it once, you cannot change it. Right? For now, we will be using this let. Now, what I will do, I'll say let pass marks is equal to 35. Now, what I will do, I will use this, I'll copy this pass marks. Wherever 35 is there, we have stored 35 into pass marks, right? So now, instead of using 35 here, I'll use pass marks. Pass marks means 35. I am not using 35. I am storing that 35 into a variable and I am using that variable. Now, here also I am going to do the same thing. Here also I am going to do the same. Here also I am going to do the same. Yes. Variable naming conventions also start with small conditional cap. So here also I have different. Here also that. Understanding? Now earlier I have written 35 6 times. Now instead of 6 times I have stored the 35 into a variable. I have used that variable 6 times. Understand? Now the result will be, you don't find any change in the result. It's the same thing because earlier also 35, now also 35. Now the requirement has changed that pass marks are not 35, pass marks are 50. How many places I have to change? One place. Now I will come here, I'll change it to. Changing 6 places is easier, changing in one place is easier. One place is easier. So that is flexible or this is flexible? This is flexible. Why this is flexible? This is more reused. We have used that pass marks in multiple places. More reusability leads to more flexibility. Understanding what I'm saying? Now still you don't find any differences, but internally we have changed it. Now let me show you. I'll change the pass marks to 100. Let us. It will show. Okay, you'll see. All are paid. All are paid. Now 100 is too much. Maximum marks is 100, not pass marks. So now I wanted to change it. Then how many places I have to change? Earlier, 6 places. If it is BTech, 60 subjects. So 60 places I have to change. But BTech, different pass marks are there. Lab pass marks, internal pass marks. But probably you have to create 3 to 4 pass marks that you have to use there. Like, got it? Right now we are using variables only. Right now we are using variables. See here, we are using variables, and what we are doing here, we are comparing. Are able to see this English marks comparing with pass marks. We have created a variable and we are comparing and we are taking decision pass or fail. All the 3 we are doing it actually. Understand? Okay, let us try to improve one more. Now here, if student is failed, fail is showing. I don't want it to show fail. I want it to show only F. If student is passed, pass is showing. I don't want it to show pass. I want it to show P. How many places I have to change? Now, at the moment, 6 places I have to change. Now, I will try to use variables. Now, what I will do, I will create one more variable. Now, I will say let pass string. Pass. Anything within quotes is string, right? So, pass. I have stored this pass into a variable. I will say let fail string equal to. Now, wherever pass is there, I wanted to use this. Wherever fail is there, I wanted to use this. So now, what I will do, I will copy this. So instead of pass here, I am using pass string. Again, but it's pass only again. Instead of fail here, I will use fail string. Now I wanted to use these 2 things. I wanted to use these 2 things. Understanding what I am doing? Earlier I have given pass and fail. Now also I am giving pass and fail, but instead of that strings, I am using variables. I have stored those things into variables. I am using them. Now it is showing like earlier, but now I wanted to change fail to F. How many places I have to change now? Only one place. Here instead of fail, I'll give that's it. All the places. Everywhere. Get the same component we are using. Understanding what I'm saying? Confusion? Now, I don't want 100, I wanted to make it 35. It's a P. Either F or P it will show. F or P. Yesterday and today, there is no difference in the output. Output is same, but there is a difference in the way we write. We are improvising it. See, you have learned the car. You are starting from your home and reaching office. day 1 and day 30, you try the same way. No. But the route is same, you are reaching now. But internally, you are improvising it. Internally, you are improvising it. It's not about just pass. See, first class student, first rank student also passes. 10th rank student also passes. You should not see just pass or fail. What is the difference between first rank student and 10th rank student? Marks. There is a difference, exactly the same. You should not see just the output, how well they have written. Yesterday's approach is better, today's approach is better. Why it is better? That's why reusability increases, automatically flexibility increases. Got my point? Understood the purpose of variables? So we can store. Why we need to store? To compare. Why need to compare? To take decision. All the three we are doing it here. Here we are storing, and here we are comparing. Here we are comparing. Then we are taking decision. Storing, comparing, and taking decision. But earlier, have we really stored into variables? We have stored it. Props is nothing but variables only. Props are nothing but variables only. Variables inside objects. So you are storing, and you are comparing with 35 and taking decision pass or fail. Earlier also you are storing, comparing, taking decision, because you have to treat it like a variable. You have treated like a prop. Prop is nothing but a variable. In a way, it is variable. Got it? Clear? Any confusion? Understood variables, right? Again, I can create a variable. Now, see, let 35 is there. Now, I'll make it as constant. What? Constant. That is also a variable, right? You don't find any difference. But the difference is, you don't find any difference in the output. But the difference is now, this variable value cannot be changed at later. Cannot be changed in the sense, in the code only. Now, 35 I have given, then I am saying pass marks is equal to 25. Now this is a unchangeable variable. Constant means cannot be changed. Now I am trying to change it here. It should not accept it. It should throw error. See, nothing is coming here. Are you able to see? Why it is not showing? It is showing error. Then where is that error? Show me the error. We wanted to see the errors. Right click, inspect. Then you click on console. Click on console. See, are you able to see errors? Sir, no. If I delete it, now I am not changing the value of the variable. Now it works. Got your point? See, remember, a bowler, imagine I am talking about one-day matches. A bowler cannot play more than 10 hours. Is that right or wrong? Wrong. Right. A bowler cannot play more than 10 hours. But he has the capacity, no? But that is the rule by the game. He can bowl 20 hours also. But the rule is, you cannot play more than 10 hours while playing the game. Not in net practice. In net practice, you can do 20 hours, 30 hours also. While playing the game. I'm talking about. Understanding? Exactly the same thing here. Now, if I create a variable constant, pass marks 35, I cannot change the value Doesn't mean I can change the value 45. Doesn't mean this. Means in the code only. You have created the here. You have created the variable here. In the code only you cannot change. Understanding what I'm saying? In the code only. Now 35 I have given. Now I can say pass marks is equal to 50. In the code only I am changing like this now. This is not possible. That's what constant means. But anyway, we'll be working on that gradually. You'll be understanding. So what we have done today basically, we have understood the purpose of variables. What is the purpose of variables? To store it. What are the advantages of storing? You can use it for comparison, but you can use it for reusability also. You can use it for comparison, you can use it for reusability also. Now we are using it for reusability. So you create it once and use it multiple places. So if reusability increases, automatically flexibility increases. Change it in one place, change it. Got your point? Confusion? Clear? Next, now I want you to implement this. I want you, now you are creating a BTech marks. BTech marks has so many paths, multiple paths marks are there. That means what? Probably in BTech you can create like this. Let internal pass marks. How many is the internal pass marks? 30. Okay. Internal pass marks. Then probably lab pass marks. Lab pass marks are there. External. External pass marks. How much? I get 20. I'm giving an example. You have multiple pass marks, I guess. BTech. Do you have any language pass marks? If you have multiple pass marks, you can create like this. And you can compare. Understanding what I'm saying? For now, I'll be using it. Anyone has any questions so far on this? This is just a starting only. You will be using it multiple. On almost day 1 or day 2, we have worked on heading H1. I will stop working on it. No. Variables also the same. Today is the starting point. We'll be working on it gradually. More you work, more you understand. Next, we are going to work on something called forms. What? Forms. What are forms? Collect the data. Why do we need to collect the data? So normally what happens? Any application collects the data from the user. Any application collects the data from the user and passes to the server and stores it into database. It's like this. Imagine YouTube, for example. Imagine this is your browser. YouTube can be accessible through browser. And here you will search for something. But any latest web series. ABC web series, for example. Search it in YouTube. What actually happens? It shows that. Or you search for some trailer. KGF 2 trailer or Adipurush trailer, something like that. If you search it, it shows. Search for Adipurush trailer. Show the trailer of it. How come the trailer is in your system? Trailer is not in your system. You are searching it in the browser, and that information is passing to something called what server. Into something called the server. Server also will not have it. Connects to something called database. Database actually has data in it. Through now, this input is actually a form. Form you are collecting it, to server is connect, getting the data and passing it to the browser, and it displays that here like this. Understanding what I'm saying? This now tell me any application, top five applications which you use. Tell me top five applications you use. WhatsApp, Instagram, PhonePe, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Telegram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I said 5. You are giving 7. Let us make it 10. Another 3. Rapido, Swiggy, Zomato. Okay, let us complete that. This 10. There so many are there. Now, out of these, now I think we have given 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 10. Now tell me, out of these 10 applications, which application works well without internet? No one. No one works. The reason is, imagine this is your application. You are searching for something. It can be food, it can be video, it can be anything. To the server. Server communicates with database. Database gives you to middleware or server. Server gives it to your application. All these top 10 applications you are using works like this. Understanding? Here, where user is interacting with, we call it as client. This as server or middleware. You can call it as server or you can call it as middleware. And in this we call it as database. Understanding any application, these three. Any movie, 3 characters main. Hero, heroine, villain. Any you take, 3 main characters will be there. At least she'll come in the flashback and go. At least something will go. Here also the same. Any movie, 3 characters are important. Heroine, villain. So, client, middleware, and database. Middleware to database, database to middleware, middleware to client. Actually, the technical term for this is called what? Detailed architecture. That people call it as detailed architecture. but people call it as a information technology. Which technology is that? This is the technology. What? Information technology. Technology related to information, which can bring us much faster, basically. That is what this technology is. So, and if you ask, do you know three-tier architecture? Huh? What is this three-tier architecture? Three-tier means he will say auto you are talking about. So, auto is different. It's a three-tier architecture, but normal people can understand what is IT means. Information technology. Everyone understands. This is three-tier architecture. In three-tier architecture, one database will be there, one middleware will be there, multiple will be there. Now I am talking about the browser here. Support iPhone application. It may support Android application. It may support ATM. Now you take your ICICI application for example. You can open it through browser. You can open it through iPhone. You can open it. You can open it through smartwatch. It can be accessed through smartwatch. So this I'm talking about WhatsApp. WhatsApp also can open through. So WhatsApp can open through browser. Web.WhatsApp can open through iPhone. Can open through Android. Can open through smartphone. So how many clients WhatsApp has? Four clients. How many middlewares? Databases. One. So any three-tier architecture, one database will be there, one middleware will be there, multiple clients will be there. So this database is like a brain where it stores everything. This middleware is like heart. Because one will be there. But these clients are like fingers, you can say. Multiple. There are people with 10 fingers, there are people with 11 fingers, there are people with 9 fingers. Multiple. Giving an example, but I don't see people with two hearts and two brains or three brains like that. Do we? Got a point? And as I said, I think I have covered these things briefly in day one. Okay. So, full stack developer. Full stack developer means works on client, works on middleware, works on database. So this browser is React. We are going to work on React.js. This middleware we are going to work using Node.js. This database we are going to use MySQL and MongoDB. And here we are going to work on iOS and Android through React Native. As said, we are going to do some recordings about that. Now we are working on this part actually. We are still this only. As the time passes, we will move to this. Then we'll move to this. And these two things I will be sharing the recordings. How to do. We are right now into this. Now what we wanted to do, I wanted to collect the information and I wanted to send it to the server. That's what I wanted to do. Can I use tables for that? No. I cannot use tables. Tables are useful to display only, not to collect. So to collect, I wanted to use forms. So why am I collecting? To pass to middleware. Pass to middleware. Now see, I am coming to, now I wanted to purchase a television, for example. Now I will go to Flipkart. Are able to see search here. This is nothing but form only. Nothing but form. So now I'll say right click the. Let us see whether they have used it or not. I'll say inspect. Right click inspect. Are able to see form here? Yes or no? Form. So what the Flipkart application is doing, they are collecting information what you want through forms. I want television. So I'll type television. Now they have collected information through form what I want. Television. Now they will be showing what they are doing. They have collected it through forms and passed it to middleware, middleware to database, database to middleware, middleware to client, and it is displaying. See how many TVs are there. Their TVs are much lesser than mobile phones seems to be. 14,000, 32 inch. When I was kid, 21-inch TV. That was the biggest TV then. Before black and white small TVs used to come. 21-inch TV. And people used to say that TV is much bigger TV. You have to maintain 12 feet distance. 12 feet. We used to see TVs somewhere there, and we used to sit here and see that 21-inch TV. That was then no remote. You have to go and press the button and see. Luckily, only Doordarshan is the option. Then. Now, so many channels came, remote you need it. But then it was not like that. Just Doordarshan, whatever they show, you have to see it. No other option. Now things has changed. 31, 32-inch TV, no one is going to use now. 40, 50, like that. So TV size has almost doubled. The distance has reduced. Not even 12 feet. 5 feet, 6 feet we can see like that. Yes or no? But anyway, so now what this Flipkart application is doing, they are collecting through forms, sending it to middleware, middleware to database, database to middleware, middleware to client. That's what is happening. Whether it is a web or iPhone or Android, the same approach. Google also the same thing. Now google.com. I wanted to search. Okay. India, New Zealand live score. I have searched it. Now it is 219 and 104 per one is the score. Now what I'll do, I'll say right click here, inspect. See here also are able to see form here. Here also there. What is the purpose of forms? Yes, collecting the data, not only that. Not only that, collecting the data and send to the middleware. Collecting the data and send to the middleware. That is how it is designed. If you use form, it not only collects it, it will send it to middleware, or we can call it server also. Now we are going to start working on the forms. Now let us create a new project. What is the purpose of tables? To display it. To display, yes, to display the data in tabular format. What is the purpose of forms? Collect it and send it to the server. So let me create a MPX. Create. Let the project create it. Now let us have a look at into forms. Normally what happens? Any application, information will be collected through forms, sent to middleware to database to middleware to client. Client receives the data. But received data will be displayed in table. Received data will be displayed in table. That is what actually happens. You just log in into your email. You have to type your username. You have to type your password. And if you click on login, they are collecting through form. That login screen is form only. They are collecting through form and sending it to middleware to database to middleware. They will be giving it to the client, and they will be displaying all the emails in tabular format. You see, email, it is a table only actually. Understanding what I'm saying? Even here also we are doing the same thing. Now see here, I am clicking on login into. So here you have to enter username and the password. Collecting through forms. I am clicking on login. This is also actually a form. I am clicking on login, passing it to the server. They are checking valid or invalid username and the password, and they are allowing us to enter it. Now here I am clicking on manage tasks here, and observe here what we are going to do. I am going to select your batch double two double one. This is collecting information. Which batch details you got? Double two double one. If I click on task review, it will show the tasks of double two double one. So through form, we are telling what are the tasks you want, and it is giving us the details of those tasks in tabular form. Shows in tables only. These tables are not, but these tables are designed in such a way that a table row can hold another table. Now see, if I click on this, a table row can hold another table. And yesterday I have shown you, so pass or fail. Greater than 35, pass. Less than 35, fail. Can we change to colors also? We can change colors also. Exactly the same thing we have done. Whoever has submitted on time, we are showing it in green color. Who has submitted late, showing it in orange color. Who has not submitted, showing it in red color. So whenever you submit the task, now see this JavaScript, we have written JavaScript in such a way that it checks whether you have submitted on time, whether you have submitted late or not submitted. Based on that, it is taking decision to show it in green color or red color or orange. Understanding? Lots of JavaScript we have written from this section. Got a point? Something similar we can do, but it didn't take just one day or half day. It took a lot of time. Even for you also, it will take a lot of time because so many things are involved in that. But you have to understand, you know, wherever the river starts, at the end it ends with where the river ends. Sea only. Wherever the river starts, even Ganga, it starts in Himalayas. It meets sea only. Godavari, Kaveri, any river. You may see starting places of any river, but you don't see ending places because at the end it ends sea only. Exactly. Any river starts anywhere, but at the end it ends in the river sea only. In the same way, any form it collects it. Why it collects? To send to the server. That is the actual purpose. If you want, you can without sending to the server also you can do it. But the purpose is has to. Understanding what I'm saying? The natural river is designed in such a way that it meets the sea at the end. But you can stop that also by constructing a dam. On River Krishna there is a dam called Srisailam Dam. What exactly that Srisailam Dam is doing? It is stopping the river. It is stopping the river, so it won't meet the sea. Why are they stopping? So they can store. Exactly. So river is designed naturally. It is designed to meet the sea. Forms are also naturally it is designed to send to server. But if you want, you can stop it instead of connecting to the server. That we are going to work on it in future. Now, what I wanted to do in our yesterday session, we have created a table to display marks. Now, I will be creating form to collect marks. Collect marks. Yesterday, you are displaying English 79, Telugu 89, Maths 99, Science 100, like that. Yesterday, we are displaying it. And what we are going to do further, we'll be creating forms to collect it. So we have to enter what is English marks. We have to enter what is Telugu, Hindi, Science, Social, Maths. And yesterday, depending upon the marks we are displaying the result also. Now we have to display the result of the marks user is entering. If user is entered 24 in maths, we have to display fail. If user has entered 84, we have to show pass. Like that we wanted. Yesterday just displayed. Today displaying the marks and the result. From today onwards, we will be collecting the marks and display the result. There is a difference. Understanding what I am saying? Now we will try to work on that. Now let us look into forms. We'll type HTML. In tables, we have used JavaScript or no? Yes. Where we have used to display pass or fail, we have used props we have used, and variables also we have used. But in forms, we have to use JavaScript a bit more. With more JavaScript, we have to use it. And now this is a form looks like. Now this is a form where user can enter. And if you click on submit, now see if you click on submit, see your input was received as this. The server has processed your input and returned this answer. That means it's submitted to send to server. That is its natural behavior. That is its natural behavior. Now, how to create a form? Form creates like this. A table starts with table and ends with table. Form starts with form, ends with form. Usually, inside table, we will be having rows. Here, we will be having form elements. Right? We will be working on that. See, the form element is a container for different types of input elements such as text fields, checkboxes, radio buttons, submit buttons, etc. All the different form elements are covered in this chapter. We'll be covering at that point of time. The input element is the most used form element. So table is a collection of rows and form is a collection of form elements. This collection of form elements. There are so many form elements are there. Let me click here. Form elements. See now these are the form elements. Input, label, select, text area, button, field set, legend, data list, output, option, output. All these are form elements. Have you ever filled any form before? So many forms. How you have created Facebook account, Google account, Instagram account. You recently have filled a Pulse account also. That is form only. You have given your first name, last name, gender, state, mobile number, all those things you have given. You have collected your information. Now we have collected your information through HTML forms only. How I got your picture? Now I have your pictures. And whenever I'm taking attendance, your picture is showing. So how I have collected your pictures? Through forms only. Forms are useful to collect information. And after collecting, what it will do? Send to the server, send to middleware or server. The project is created. It says CD forms. I'm into forms, now I'll say npm. Form is a collection of form elements. What are the form elements we have? Input, label, select, text area, button, field set, legend, data list, output, option, option. We are going to work on all these things except this output. That can be done through JavaScript directly. No need of this output. Except this output, we are going to work on this. So first of all, we have to create a form. Inside that form, we wanted to use form elements. Form elements means these things. Any one of these or multiple of these things we are going to use it. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to collect the 10th marks. I wanted to collect 10th marks. And not only collect it, I wanted to display the result passed or failed. I wanted to do that also. Not only that, I wanted to calculate the total also. Not only that, I wanted to display overall result. Not only that, I wanted to generate the grade. All these things we are going to do it, but step by step. And we are not going to collect only marks. We are going to collect their gender, their state, their marital status. All those things also we are going to cover it step by step. We'll be working on it. Okay. So table is a collection of rows. Form is a collection of form elements. That is important. Now it is starting. Now I'm coming to forms. Now SRC. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to create a folder called component and I want to collect 10th marks basically. Why 10th marks? We have worked on 10th marks in tables. Something similar we'll be working on it. It will be easy. So I am clicking on creating a folder called components, and inside this I am creating something called 10th marks sheet. And the mark sheet JS. I have created the component. I have created a JavaScript file. Is this the component? Not yet. I have to make it RFC. I'll write it. Again, I am telling you. Here I am using RFC. Okay, but in interviews you cannot use it. Why? They will not ask you to write it in Visual Studio Code. Online editors are there, right? So in online editors, if you type RFC something like that, it won't work. So you have to know what you have to create. So if a component means you make sure you write all these things, these 7 lines actually. You just remember these 7 lines. What are the 7 lines, right? But of course, gradually you will be understanding it. What is this also? I have created the component and I am coming to app.js. And in app.js, what I wanted to do, I wanted to delete all the existing stuff. And I wanted to import that component, use that component, and mark sheet. And mark sheet I have created. Now, if I see, I should see a simple 10th mark sheet text. The default one, we have changed it. Now it should process it. It's possible. It should export. Okay. The whole thing you have to remember actually. For now you remember it. Later you will understand it. What exactly. See, just to display, no need of any JavaScript. But you want it to display dynamically, depending upon the marks pass or fail. Depending upon the pass or fail, you want it to show red or green. In that cases, we need JavaScript. That we need it feature we are going to work step by step. We have already started working on JavaScript because we have already learned what is variables. What is variables? Why do we need to store? Why do we need to compare through computers? To make decisions. Why through computers? Faster, cheaper, accurate. Now see, just to give you an example, if you wanted to recharge your mobile, long back, if you wanted to recharge your mobile, what you have to do? You have to go to any shop. You have to pay them. They will be giving you a scratch card. You have to rub it, and you take your phone, you enter that number, then mobile will be recharged. Now imagine you are recharging for 100 rupees. Okay, in that 100 rupees, the person who is selling, they have to pay some money to that company. That Airtel company will pay certain commission to the seller, and the Airtel company has to give some money to the card creator. The card creation takes some amount. Transportation, All these things they have to pay. After doing all these things, if you wanted to recharge midnight 3 o'clock, possible? Not possible. But now what they have done, they have created an app which is installed in your smartphone. Now, no printing costs of that card, no commission to that seller who is selling that. If you pay 100 rupees directly, that 100 goes to them. And it works 24 into 7. They are saving lot of time, lot of money, lots of efforts. So no, earlier, creating the recharge cards was a difficult activity. You have to go to printing press, design it, number it, print it, transport it, send it throughout India. Now, everywhere mobile app is there. That's it. Earlier, time-taking activity. While you are going, you have to stop somewhere. You go and you do that. Now, there and then recharge it. Now they have involved computers. You know, smartphone is nothing but a computer. Smartphone is nothing but a computer. We call it as portable computer. Smartphone is nothing but a portable computer. We can develop software applications to smartphones. Yes or no? People are selling it in the name of phone, but that is actually a computer. Who created the first smartphone? Apple. iPhone is the first smartphone. Yes or no? iPhone. If you see Apple history, they are actually computer makers. iMac, MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, they are computer manufacturers. What this Apple team has done, they have created a smallest computer. They have created a smallest computer, but they are really smart. You know, if you sell computer with the name of computer, how many computers you need per family? One. How many phones you need per family? Four. There are family of 6 people, for example. 6 phones you need. How many computers you need? One. So they are really smart guys. You know, they have created a small computer. If they sell with the name of computer, for family they need only one. If they sell with the name of phone, for family they need six. So that's why that portable computer they named it as iPhone, and they started selling to each and every person. iPhone is what you know. A normal computer will have operating system. Smartphone has. So a normal computer will have hard disk, RAM, processor. Smartphone also has. A normal computer will have browser. Smartphone also has. A normal computer needs keyboard. Smartphone also needs keyboard. Can I say smartphone is nothing but a small computer? Now, what is Airtel Jio? What they have done? They have created applications for these computers, small computers. We call it as smartphones, and for smartphones, the software we call it as apps. They created the apps like My Jio or Airtel Extreme, something like that, and they are selling their products. Understanding what I'm saying? Exactly. Okay. So now they are doing that. Now that portable computers are taking decisions. It works 24 into 7. Airtel or Jio, they can continuously get money 24 into 7. Yes, sir. Now we have created a simple component and we are using it here. Even if you wanted to recharge, also you have to fill the form. Even in smartphone, also if you wanted to recharge, you have to fill the form which plan you want. All those things. So I have created this component. What I will do, I wanted to just give me a moment. smartphone also, if you wanted to recharge, you have to fill the form which plan you want. All this. So I have created this component. What I will do, I wanted to just give me a moment. So what we are trying to do now is let us create a form first to collect 10th marks. Okay. Uh, so I have created the form called 10th mark sheet, and here I am creating a form. Table starts with table, form starts with form and ends with form. And inside this form elements are there. We have to give it. There are so many form elements are there which you can find it here. We have something called input, we have something called label, selected, text area, button. Every form element has its own purpose. And there are so many, even though there are so many form elements are there, are able to see this input. This is the most used form element. And there are so many flavors of it also. There are so many flavors of it. That means, if I click on this HTML input type, only that input, there are around 20 to 30 variants. These are the different variants of input. Understanding what I'm saying? So now let us try to use one. Let us try to use it. Now I have given input. Now if I see here, I will see an input. You are able to see where I can enter anything. Where I can enter anything. Sure. I can enter strings or I can enter numbers also. Now I wanted to enter strings or I wanted to enter numbers. I wanted to enter numbers for marks. I wanted to collect marks, 10th mark sheet. So I wanted to enter numbers only. So what I can do, I can specify the type. Type is equal to number. That means it accepts number only. Now see here are able to see up and down arrows are coming. Up and down arrows are coming. Now see you can increment like this or you can decrement like this. Or you can enter numbers. Now see what happens. I am trying to enter alphabets. Is it displaying? I am actually pressing. Is it displaying? See, something is displayed. What is it displayed? Y is displayed. E means exponential. That means what? Just to show you, I wanted to multiply very big number into very big number. Now the result, if you see it, are able to see E is coming here. Are able to see 81.81488054 So E also part of the letters because of exponential. If very big number is there, then E will be coming into the picture. So that's why E is allowed. Even if I give type numbers plus E is also allowed. Now how many inputs I want for 10th? 6 I want. So what I will do, I will create 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm creating 6. Now if I see here, I can see 6 inputs. Are able to see? Table is for displaying. Form is for collecting. They are showing 6 inputs. Now I can enter English marks 90, Telugu marks 91, 92, 93, like this, I can give 20, like this. I can. Now I have given 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. Which is maths marks out of this? No, this is maths actually. English, Telugu, Hindi, maths I have. But user should have certain clarity which is for which marks. So we have to display some text. I can use H1. I can use H2, H3, H4, H5. Paragraph I can use it. But there is something called label. What? Label. There is something called label specifically designed for forms. Specifically designed for forms, we have to use this. We should not use headings or paragraphs. We should use label. It is specifically designed for forms. So now I am going to use labels like this. Now I'll say label. I'll type English. Now what happens? It shows English. English. So this is for English. This is for Telugu. Now I wanted to give that clarity. Then I am giving one word. Telugu, Hindi, science, social, maths, English, Telugu, Hindi, science, social. I have given like English, Telugu, Hindi, science, social, maths. Now whatever the number order I follow, now with clarity is there. This is for English, this is for Telugu, this is for Hindi, science, social, maths. Understand? Complicated? Now showing side by side is better or showing one below the other is better? One below the other is better. Now I wanted to show one below the other. That means how English like this, or this is better, or English like this. Which is better? Second one is better. So that means after label and input, I wanted to go to the next line. That I wanted to do. So I can use break. That is one thing. But the better way is, I'll be creating heading. Creating. And these two things, I'll keep it in a container. Now, see, only English and its input displays in a separate line because div means block, right? So according to now, English and its input is showing in that line because that is a div. Takes starts in a new line. Now I want the same thing for Telugu also. I want this Telugu div. I'll put it here. Likewise, I wanted to do it for Malayalam. Now see, it is showing one below the other. I think something is wrong there. Line number 30. There is no starting tab, ending tab. Start only. Expected corresponding years. Starting here, ending here. Starting here. Correct only. No? I've created the div here. Ended the div here. So let me remove this and see. English Telugu, English science question maths. For maths, I haven't given it actually. Okay, everything is showing one below the other, a bit better. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do, if you see here, all the starting points are same or different. If it is same, that looks a bit better, right? So now this is the label. So what I will do for this label, I am creating app.css. What I will do, I'll say label, and I'll say text align, and give left example. Now let us see what happens. By default, it is center aligned. Now I'm making it as left. It is not taking because it's exactly taking its width. Now you'll understand this. Whether it is left aligned or right aligned or center aligned doesn't matter because it's taking exact width. Now I'll say background color to this, so you'll understand. Background color and give orange. So now, see, you have only one seat. In that one seat you have taken. Doesn't matter that is left side, left or right or center. You have only one seat. If it is three seat, then you can say go left side or right side or center. One seat there is no point. Here also the same thing. Now what I'll do, I'll try to give fixed width to this. I'll try to give fixed width. Will it apply or not apply? Width, I'll give 150 since I'm giving. Is it applying or not applying? Not applying. Width I have given, not applying means what? In which scenario width and height won't be applicable? Inline. Inline. Now label display value is inline. That's why it is not applicable. Now what can be done? Inline block. Now I'll say display inline block. Now you should see the difference. Now all are starting same position. Now little spacing between the items will be a bit better. Now anyway we have given div, right? In between we have given div, remember? Everything we have given div. Now let us try to apply some styles to that. Now let me create one more piece. CSS class called dot form. Group means including label and input. Now I'll give margin 20 pixel I have given, and this form group I'll be applying it to the div. I'm coming here for this div. I will give class group equal to form group. Now I'm going to apply this for all divs. And 150 is too much width. Now I'll reduce it to 100. I'll remove this background color. Now our form will be a bit better, Now what I will do, we have created any form tag. So I'll say form background color. I'll give some antique. Now it is displaying like this. Why it is taking full block? So now what I will do, I'll say display inline block. That means according to content it will be taken, and if you want you can control width and height also. Okay. Then what I wanted to do, I wanted to create a heading. Inside this form, I am creating a heading. H2 I am creating. Enter your and like now I want a simple button here at the last submit. So I am creating a new here. We have another form element called button. Able to see button? Using this button and say now if I see, I should see that button. Now English marks I can enter it. 99, 98, 97, 96, 25, 24. If I click on submit, what actually happens? Now see what happens. If I click on submit, now see the URL here. See the URL here. I'm clicking on submit. Now see, all the form has been reset. The form is reset. Are able to see question mark is coming? Why that question mark is coming? If I click on submit button, it is trying to send it to server. That is its default behavior. I didn't say send it to server. It is automatically taking. That is how it is designed. Why it is showing question mark means it doesn't know where to pass. So it doesn't have any idea where is the server. That's why it is showing question mark. Got a point. See, that's why if you click on the submit button, automatically the button, the whole component, the whole page will be refreshed. Why it is refreshing? It is thinking that you are sending it to the server. The server sends some latest data. To display that latest data, it is automatically refreshing it. We don't want that behavior for now. So what I will do, Here for button, I will specify type equal to button. If I specify type is equal to button, that means we are telling don't send it to server and click off it. Now it won't send it to server. Now see, I just enter now. 29.99 even it. Now I click on submit button. Because it is not refreshing, it is not sending to server. Because we have clearly told to the button, no, don't pass. Through type button. Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to do validations here. You click on 99, okay, show password file. 87, show password file. Show total, show percentage, show grade, result. I wanted to do all these things. We'll be doing it step by step. Today we have just created the form and I have used certain form elements. Now what I want you to do, I want you to create two forms. One 10th form like this, another interform. Interform should collect first year marks and second year marks. Now, if user has entered 20, we should say fail. If user has entered 200, we should say invalid marks. If user has not entered, we should say please enter some marks. All these called are validation which we have to do it. We should not we should collect the information, proper information we have to collect and send. Now it's like this. Imagine you have ordered some product in Amazon. They have given it for delivery, cash on delivery. Now you have given some spoiled currency notes to him. Will he accept it? No. His responsibility is not only collecting the money. Proper money he has to collect it. Exactly the same thing. Forms should be designed in such a way that not only the collect input, but he should collect proper input. Now imagine age field is there. If he entered age 9966309900, then the valid age. No. If age is more than 100, too much. You should not enter. We have to say that. Validations. We should create forms to collect and we should validate it to make sure we are collecting proper information. If it is correct, then only we have to send it to the server. These things we are working gradually. Okay. Understood the task? I wanted to create. Right now we have worked on two form elements only, three form elements. One is input and another is label and another is button. But we will be going in detail about this. Why label has to be used. Why input.